Okay. So today is session 03, and today we'll be learning lot many things in Excel, but not the dry topic like what we had in the previous session in session 2 formulas, which is very important, very necessary, but still it's a very dry topic which will actually bore you people. But today I'll show you some very interesting topic. Okay. Right. So all of you stop messaging, listen. Okay. So what all topics we'll be covering today? I'll just mention. First, we'll see how to sort. Then we'll see how to filter. Then we'll see conditional formatting, and then number formatting. Then we'll see validations. After that, I'll tell you about something about PasteSpecial. Okay. Right. Now, before I start the topics, many of them actually have confusions that there are so many options in Excel. When to use which options? Okay. Now today I'll be teaching you few things which will help you in formatting or sorting or filtering, so many things. But how to remember this? How can I use these options whenever it is required? Okay. I have one huge data here which will help you in understanding things. Okay. Right. Assume that I have one data like this, a table like this. I want to arrange. I'm trying to study this data. Assume that I want to study this data. I want to know. I want to sort. I want to arrange this data by region. You can see I have one region here. I want to sort the data by region. Why should we sort? Sort is nothing but arranging of the data. Say sort. We'll take this topic. Rest all topic, we'll just move it down and we'll take one topic. Sort means arranging of the trying to arranging the data so that it is easy for me to study. Simple sorting will do now. Very simple sorting. So what I'll do, I'll select one cell here, Control Shift down arrow, Control Shift right arrow. It will copy, sorry, it will select the entire table, or you can also use Control A. Now what I'll do is here I have one tab data. I'll click on this. Here I have something called a sort. I'll click on this sort. I'll get one window here, and here I'll select region. You can see that I'll select this region, and here it will say A to Z. I'll explain you in detail about it, but just I'm telling you what sort actually will do. I'll say okay. You can see that the data is getting sorted like this. You can see, right, like this. This is called as sorting. Sorting means arranging of the data. All right, now what we'll do, we'll go back to our notepad and see what all things we can do in sorting. First, understand whenever I need to arrange the data, I need to sort, means arranging of the data, then I'll be using this sorting method. Right. So what all things we can do in sorting, let me explain, and then we'll work on practicals. Okay. Right. While sorting, we can actually sort the data by two ways. That is ascending and descending. Ascending and descending. This is for aligning of the data, that is arranging of the data. Fine. This ascending and descending, we have the data of three different types. What are those? See, I have text here, I have date here, and also I can have numbers. So the data can be sorted in three different data types. So that is by text, by number, by date. So these are the three different data types what we'll have. When you see this ascending, I can arrange this text, number, and date. When I say descending, for that also I can use these data types. Now, when I say ascending, that means from smaller value to higher value. When I say text, what happens? When I say text, we don't have any value for that. It is like alphabetical order. That means Ascending is from A to Z. Descending means Z to A. For number, it is lower number to higher number or higher number to lower number. Date. Date is the latest date to the oldest date or oldest date to the latest date. This is by data type. Next, we can also sort the data by colors. That will take it in the end. Now, when I say ascending and descending order, the data is something like this, that is from top to bottom. The data can also be from right to left as well. This one, see, like this. This also we can sort. That means I can sort it. Let's put this here by colors. We can sort it by rows, by columns as well. So what we're seeing now is different way of sorting the data. So we'll go one by one. I'm just telling you why sorting is actually used and what all things we can do with the data what we have. First, we'll see how to sort the text. Let's take, say here, I have one column, customer name. When I'm reading something, suppose then it's a text. Usually what we do is we'll read the data ascending order so that it will be easy for us to recognize from A to Z. Usually the text will be ascending order only. So what I'll do, I'll select the entire table, select it. You can say Control A or you can use Control Shift down arrow and right arrow and then go to this data and here I have this sort. So I had already showed you this window. Let me explain about this window. I'll get this sort window. Here I have different levels. First I have this add level, delete level. Let me delete this. See, now I don't have any levels. What are levels? Let me add one level. When I add a level, you can see I'll get some options. What are these options? If you go here, first it will just sort by. If I click on this, I'll get all the column names here. You can see that I'm getting all the column names. These levels are nothing but the column headers here. You can see based on that I can sort the data. If I click on the sort by, you can see there are so many column names here. The column names are nothing but the table headers here. I'll get these headers only when I select this option. You can see my data as headers. If this is unchecked, say I'm unchecking this, you can see that now I'm getting all the column headers here. This one, A, B, C, D. So what happens if I select this or if I deselect this? See, when I don't select this, the header what you see, that also will be considered as data. So this also will be considered as data. Now if I sort this customer name, this C, whatever is there, it will get sorted somewhere in the data with that C character. Now I don't want that to happen. I want, there are some headers for my table. Then you click on this my data as headers. So what it will do is it will consider this as header and only the data will be sorted. Fine. Now we understood about my data as headers. I'll go here. I want to sort which column. I'm selecting this customer name. I can see I have the cell values. Cell values means the value what I have in this cell. There are different options. We'll talk about these three options later. Now we'll talk about only cell values. If I click here, you can see it says A to Z or Z to A. A to Z means ascending order, that is from A to Z alphabetical order. If you want Z to A, then I can say Z to A, that is descending order. Let me select this A to A to Z. Always, the text will be sorted by A to Z. Now I'll say OK. If I click on OK, just observe here I have this H, K, L or something. It is totally jumbled. Now I'll say OK. See, now I can see that the data is sorted based on the customer name here like this. You can see that A to Z. If you just scroll down, here we have almost 9,000 records. I've taken some very huge data, which will help you in understanding in the real-time scenarios. I don't want to show you some very small data and then, finish the class. I wanted to show you how actually the real-time industry actually works. Okay. You can see that, you can see A, B, C, D, it goes on like this. Now it is easy for you to study the data. Same thing can be applied for various different levels as well. Now what we have done is for only one level. Now let me go here. and we'll see how we can sort for multi-levels. Sort. Now let me delete this. I'll say add level. Here you can see I have that region. I sorted by region. I'll go here. Let me select this region. This is the first level. I'll say okay. You can see the data is getting sorted by region. Now if you go here and check this, let me just show here. So this is region. This one. Let me move this region next to this state. You can see that it's getting sorted. Now what I want is, I want the region to be sorted. Along with that, the state also should be sorted. That is, first level, region should be sorted. Next level, the state should be sorted. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, again I'll select the data, sort. I want one more level. Say now I'll say region. I'll say add level. Here I have this state, let's say state. Now you see, first region will be sorted and then state will be sorted according to each regions. I'll say okay. Now if you see this, I have this region, and if you just scroll down, you can see that the state is getting sorted here. Let me just freeze this. You can freeze this. Yesterday I told you in the previous session, go to view, freeze pans. Okay, now if you just scroll down, see I have the central, and you can see I have one state here. If you keep scrolling down, let's keep scrolling, you can see that, see it is getting sorted. And then once it is coming to east, then you can see again it is starting from, see from again it is starting from, so you can see that this part is done in central. Now it is getting sorted. Now what if I want one more level? I can add any number of levels. Let me go here to this data. I'll say sort. You can see I'll say add level. Now I want this to be sorted by city. Now what happens here? First region, then city, then state. No, this is not what I want. I want region, state, and then city. So what should I do? Should I have to go here and change? Don't do like this. If it is already selected like this, you just select any of these levels. You can see here, move up or move down. Now what I'll do, I'll select this city. I'll say move down. You also can see the shortcut key, control plus down arrow, it will move. So I'll click on this. I can see region, then state, and then city. All these are getting sorted A to Z. If you want, you can change that to Z to A as well. I'll say okay. I can see that first region is sorted, then state is sorted. According to the state, then city is sorted. Keep in mind, it doesn't mean that the column should be in order, say region, state, and city. City can be anywhere here also. It can be anywhere, but it all depends on the selection what you have done in the sort window. Okay, here whatever you have sorted, whatever you have used, so this is what it depends. Okay, right. Now we understood about the text, how we can sort. Now we have sorted with single level or multi levels. What if I want to sort it by numbers? If you're getting confused, so what we'll do, we'll hide a few of the columns as of now. Later on when it's required, we'll again open this. I'm just hiding this, okay, so that we can have few columns only. Let me hide this as well. I'm just hiding this, okay, I'm not deleting this. Let's hide this as well. Right, now you can see this. I have the sales value, quantity, discount, or profit. These are all number columns. Let me select this. I'll say sort, and I don't want this text column. Now just delete all this level. I'm just deleting this. I'll say add level, and now let me sort the data by sales. Go here, I'll select sales. Usually the numbers, depends. Now in this case, I've selected sales. It says cell values. I'll click here. You can see smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So what happens? If I select any of the text column, it's a to Z, but here you can see smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Let me select this largest to smallest. I'll tell you why. The number column depends on what data we have. Now I'm using this largest to smallest. You just see, I will sort it. This is descending order. I'll say okay. You can see the highest number on top, and you can see it goes on like this with the descending numbers, not like this. All right, let me again select this. I'll say sort. Now, what I have is sales, and I'm saying largest to smallest. Let me select row ID. Row ID is also people, please don't message unnecessarily. I can see someone messaging unnecessarily. If you are messaging something like this, you will be removed permanently from the session. Okay, I don't know what you're messaging, Chaitanya. I don't know what you're messaging here. So I don't want any unnecessary messages here. This is a request actually. If I see this again, I will really remove you guys from the training itself. Okay, please don't do that. Right? Okay. Right. So when I say row ID is nothing but it's a serial number, or let's say it is rank. Now when I click here, you can see that I'll say smallest to largest. Why? See, when I have numbers, the number data will be of different, you know, types. Say when I say rank, always we'll try to see that ascending order, that is smallest to largest number. When I go to the sales is what? It's about amount. So that time I'll say largest to smallest. So you have to decide whether it should be ascending or descending order, especially for numbers. Okay, so depending on the column. See here, I want the row ID to be sorted with, say, ascending order from smallest to largest, is something like this 1, 2, 3, 4. But when it comes to sales, I change the way of sorting, that is descending order. Okay, fine. Now let me again sort. I'll delete this. I want to sort the data based on sales, but I want this to be based on the city or say region or state, some columns. Let's say I want to sort it based on region only. I'll take this region. In each region, I want to see the sales in descending order. I'll say add level. This time you can see that I'll select sales. You can see that A to Z, that is text ascending order. Let me click on this and I'll say largest to smallest. So I can see that there are two columns, one is region and one is sales, A to Z and largest to smallest. Now, if I say okay, the same way it is getting sorted, but now it is getting sorted based on region, each region. Now, if you just scroll down, I'll just scroll down, say central. Okay. Let me scroll up. See, here you can see central, it is ending with 0.444. Then again, it is starting with the highest value in east. So it goes on. If you go to the next region, then again, you can see in south. Okay, let's go here to south. Here you can see 0.852, it is ending. Now it is starting with some value that is 22,638 or something like this. So this is how the sorting happens, right? Okay. Next, the next what we have, that is date data type. Okay. Now let's go here, sort. I will delete this, add level. Now I'll say date. You can see that I have order date or ship date. Let me select this date. See here, it automatically changes oldest to newest or newest to oldest. Now you can decide whether the report what I'm checking, the data what I'm checking, I want the latest date, the latest date to be on top or the oldest date to be on top. Usually what happens sometimes when we are checking some sales, we want to know the latest sales on top. So what I can do, I'll go here, I'll say newest to oldest. Now I'll say, okay, see, the newest date, in this case, it is 2018 is the newest date. So it is coming here. The latest date is 2018. So the data what I have is up to 2018 only. I'm getting this 2018. If you just scroll down, here I can see 15. Now if you just reverse it, that is, if I say oldest to newest, then the oldest date will come on top. So likewise, we can actually sort by text, number, and date. That is ascending and descending order. We saw that for text, it will say A to Z. For number, it will say smallest to largest or largest to smallest. But date, oldest to newest or newest to oldest. So we understood this. What is this by colors? Let's see. sometimes you would have seen there are some cells with colors. Cells, I'm talking about cell colors. Let's say I'll randomly just color. Okay, so let's take this postal code only. Select colors and we'll go here and select some color. Okay, I'm just randomly selecting, or I'll do one thing. Let me just go here, select this. Okay, I'll select. Let me color this. Randomly I'm doing. I'm just going here, select this. Some colors I'm actually giving. Only two are there. Okay. Now, okay, enough. So selected. Let's give some different color. Say we'll give some this. Okay. Now let me remove the filters. Okay. I can see that there are various different colors in this cell, that is cell color. Now let me select this. I'll go to this data and I'll say sort. Here, let me delete this. I'll say add level. Now I'm sorting this by colors. So what colors? Here you can see I have this cell color. Cell color. Let me click here. I want to select a column on which we have the cell color. Let me just scroll down. You can see that I have this postal code and select this. Now when I click on this, you can see the different colors here. So I want my data to be sorted by green color on top. I selected on top. I'll say okay. See, all the green colors will come on top. I want the second level. Let's say I want second level as orange. I'll select add level. Again, I'll say postal code. And then I'll say cell color. And I'll select this orange and say okay. You can see that now the orange color is sorted. I have one more color that is blue. I need to sort. I'll go here to the sort. See, in this case, I add one level. I added and then I try to change all these options. You don't have to do that. Select this. I have something called as copy level. Click on this. Chaitanya, this will be the last warning for you. I'm not, you're just messaging. You'll be removed. Okay, please don't keep messaging. People, I'm telling you, don't distract yourself. Okay, these are all very important chapters. Okay, please, Chaitanya, this is last warning. I'll remove you from the class now if you just message again unnecessarily. Please concentrate, people. Okay, sorry, guys. Okay, so postal code. So again, I have to change all these things. So instead, I'll delete this. See here, select, say copy level. You can see that I'm getting this copy level and I can change the color to blue here and I'll say okay. See. So this is how we can actually sort the data by colors, that is cell color. Let's go here. Again, I'll try to get some data. Okay, now let's color this some other column. Let's say try to color this. Now we'll color font color. Okay, let's say I'll color this with green. You can see that. I'll make it bold so that we can see that. You can see that it's green color now. Let me select some more. Just giving some different colors here. Let's give some different colors. Okay. We'll give one more color. Fine. Let me remove the filters. Now I have some data here with different colors in this ship mode column. I want to sort the data by text colors, that is font color. Let's go to this data, sort, and here let me delete all this, add level, and here I'll select ship mode, and instead of this cell values or cell color, I'll say font color. Let me click on this. You can see there are different colors here, all the colors which are available. Let me select this green color and I'll say okay. You can see that the green color font is getting sorted on top. Similarly, select, let's say sort, and I'll copy level. I'll not say add level because again I have to change all this option. I'll say copy level. Here we'll say I want blue color, or let's say this color. Say okay. See the next color, and again I'll say sort. I'll copy. I'll say this orange. One more copy level. Let's change this to blue. So here first is green, then orange, then something like this. I'll say okay. You can see that it's getting sorted according to the colors what we have selected. Okay. So this is about the cell color. Now there is one more option, that is conditional formatting. Here you can see one more conditional formatting. This will keep it on hold because we still have not come to that topic. So once we finish that conditional formatting, then I'll tell you how actually you can sort by using conditional formatting. Okay, fine. Now let me select all and I'll remove the colors here. No fill and say automatic. Okay. Right. So we understood about a different way of sorting, that is by text, that is by cell values, cell color, and also by font color. So whatever we did till now, the sorting was happening from top to bottom, that is by rows, that is by rows what we have here, this one by rows what we sorted. But what happens, say for example, now I have, let me just unhide all the columns now and say, let's unhide all the columns. Okay, now I have the column headers here, but they're not in ascending order or descending order or alphabetically they're not sorted. What I want is I want the columns to be sorted because I need to study the data. I don't know where the columns are. I need to sort this column. Most of the people, okay, even the professionals, what they do, I'll tell you, even if they have some experience also, they'll try to arrange something like this, dragging this column and keeping it somewhere here. What will happen when I'm actually dragging and dropping, and if I'm not using it properly, it might replace the data. So please be very, very careful about it. But how will I sort without moving all this? How will I actually sort by the option? So what I can do, let me select the data. Okay, select the data, go to sort. Here, let me delete all this. Now, what you have to do is, if you want to sort the columns, go to this option. Here we have this option. We have one small window which appears, and here you can see sort top to bottom. This is what we did till now, that is by rows. And here I'll say sort left to right. Okay, left to right means this one, that is this row, whatever is there. I'll say okay. Now if I say add level, you just observe, if I click here, will not have the headings, I'll have the row numbers. Row 1, 2, 3, 4. Now which row I need? I want the row number 1 here, this one. It asks for cell values or all this. So it's the same thing. I'll go here, say A to Z or Z to A. I want this to be sorted by A to Z. So these options are same. Only thing is the header will change. You just see, I'll go here, I'll say top to bottom. You can see that it shows column here and you can see all the column names here. But when I go here and say left to right, you can see that this become rows here. I'll say row 1. Now if I say okay, see, you can see that category, city, and it gets sorted according to the names like this. Okay, so if you want to sort the data by columns like this, you can sort it. Don't drag this. It is not a good practice and that's not the right way. Likewise, we can sort the data. Okay, so this is about the sorting, that is we are trying to arrange the data. Now Many people actually have one question saying that when I sort the data, is it only this column or is it only this row is getting sorted? When I say sort, the entire record what you see or the entire column what you see will be associated and they move accordingly. Now when I go here, I have this, okay, say row number 3. If I sort something, the entire row will get sorted. It's not that only one column or one row. Okay, so every data is associated. See, this is complete record, so it cannot actually change. Okay, so keep in mind when I sort by columns, that is this column, the entire column, the customer name will get moved. If I'm sorting this, say furniture, all these things, whatever is there, okay, the entire record will actually get sorted. So this is about sorting. All right, next topic, we'll go to filters. But before that, we'll take 1 minute break and I'll ask you one simple question. Please answer that. And after that, we can take the feedback and then we'll move on to filters. Okay. Right. What are the 3 different type of sorting as of now we learned? That is the different types. We had 4 options where we can sort text, number, data. It's not data, it is date, Pratima. It is date. Text, number, date. Okay, quickly. I cannot see the energy today. Yesterday, you people had so much energy. Text, number, date. Good. I cannot see that energy today. What happened? Good. Now I think people are getting energy. Good, good. Very good. Fine. Another 10 seconds. Just answer. We should answer. These are all very simple questions, which I'm just trying to make you guys, also I can know that you guys are attentive. Okay. So before I ask the feedback, is the class boring? Is the sessions boring? Session 1, session 2, and we are in session 3. Is it boring? No? Very good. Okay. I want you guys to be, engaged. I want you guys to learn not many things. Okay. Okay, fine. Super. Vinayak, learning never boring. That's good statement actually. Lot many things to learn. I have lot many things today. Okay, fine. Okay, now third question. How was this sort session? Okay, now you should have more energy. This will give me more energy. How was this sorting session? Quickly, I need the answer. I'll just give only 15 seconds. Good. Just 15 seconds will take. Bit confusing, Pratima. No worries. I can understand. What you do is I'll send this notepad. People don't get confused. You can watch the video. You can understand it one by one. You can work on it. I'll send this data also to you guys. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I got more energy to take next topics. Okay. Difficult and confusing. No worries, Shivani. Because you are seeing it maybe for first time, you are finding it difficult and confusing. No worries. I'll tell you, work on this. I'll give the same data. Video will be there. You can check that and you can work on it. Okay. All right. So now all of you stop. Stop messaging. Now concentrate on the class. Okay. Stop messaging now. No messages. When I ask, you message. Okay. Fine. What is the next topic? Next topic is filtering. Now, what is filtering? Okay, this will see. We saw the sorting. Sorting means arranging of the data. What is filtering? Filtering means slicing of the data. What is that slicing? Slicing means you're just trying to get only that data which we require. What is that? Let's go and see. First, I'll show you one example. After that, we'll go in detail of it. Okay. Now we have this filter here. Data, filter, click on this. Now I want the data only for region East. Click here and I'll select East. See, I have data only for East. Now you can see only East data, no other data will be available. So this is called as sorting. Oh, sorry, filtering. Once again, sorry, it is filtering. Filtering means you're just trying to select only that data which is required for me. Okay, now we'll go in depth of it and we'll learn. Right, filters. Filters can be done again exactly with these things. Text, but this will not be there. Number and by date and by colors. Same options, but here we are trying to filter, we're slicing the data. First, we'll see this filters. Let me select this. We'll go to this filter. When I click on this filter, you can see a small icon will appear here, one small button kind of thing. Now let's say I want to filter region. Click here, like what we did, East. Let me select this East only. You can see that. You can see that East is getting filtered. Okay. Can I filter more columns? You can filter all the columns available here. Now in this East, I want to filter this Maryland. See, now only these two options will be filtered. I'm using the text part. Only text we are trying to filter. Let's say in this, I want a ship mode, say second class. See, you can see that only that particular data which I need, which I'm analyzing, which I want to study, which I want to know, only that will be filtered. So you saw that I just clicked on this button and I clicked whatever options I require. Can I select a multiple option? See, if I go here, say ship mode, I want even the first class as well. Select, say okay, you can see that I have second class and the first class. So likewise, I can filter. This is just a basic filter. I can just click on this icon. I'll get some options to select here. I can select here and say okay, that will get filtered. Now let me just clear the filter. You can see clear, or you can go here. You can see that clear. Click on this clear. All the filters will be cleared. Let's go to this customer name. Here also we'll have, there are so many names here like this. I'll go to this text filter. So what we did here, this is the basic selections here like this. Say okay. See, all the customer names what I selected will be filtered. But what I want actually is, let's go to this text filter. I want the name, the customer name begins with A. Say begins with, I'll say A. Say okay. You can see that all the customers whose names begins with A will be filtered. I want to filter all the names which starts with AA or say AD. There are so many with AD. We'll go here. Again, I'll say text filters begins with, I'll say AD and say okay. See, you can see that we have this AD like this. So this is about the text filters. This is little more advanced actually. If you want ends with, let me click on this. I'll clear this. Go here, filters ends with. Let's say I want all the names ends with ES. Say okay. See, all the names which are ending with ES will be filtered. Suppose, let me just select all. I'll go to this, let's say city. Let's see if there are something. Okay. See here, I have this new. Wherever I have this new, that has to be filtered. I'll go here, text filters, contains, and here I'll say new. Say okay. See, wherever it is new here, it's not only in the beginning, even if it is there in the middle also. Let me just see if I have another example for people. Customer name. Okay, text filters, contains, ARE, and say okay. See, all the customer names which contains ARE somewhere in the middle. See here we have this ARE. Here also we have this ARE. So here we have ARE. Anywhere it can be within that particular text, I can filter this. So one is I can select these things and I can filter, or I'll go to this text filters. Here I have more options. You can utilize that. Say equals. Equals means what I do here. Say if I select this, it is completely, I have to mention this thing. Or say contains, begins with, ends with. So any options you can give for the text and you can filter, and you can filter all the columns. Let me clear this. This is for text. Numbers, what we can do. Let's go here. I have the number column here. Let's say I want to filter. Let me click on this quantity. I have quantity, say one quantity, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want the quantity, say 10. All the products where we have the quantity as 10 will be filtered. Let me go here. I want the quantities which are above 10. Say I'll go here, say 10, 11, 12. I'm selecting all this. Say, okay, all these are above 10. But this is actually, little complex. What if the values which are about 10, if I want to select, there were 15, 16, 17, up to 20, 25, that will become difficult selecting each values. So for that, what I'll do, I'll go here. I have this number filters, like text filters, what we have. Similarly, I have this number filters. You can see there are so many options. My requirement was greater than. If I click on this greater than, and if I mention some number, if I say greater than 10, what happens? 10 will be ignored. Why? It is greater than 10. If you think I want greater than or equal to, so in this case, 10 also will be included. That is greater than or equal to 10. If I say, okay, I can see that I'm getting same result. But in this case, if I have 15, 16, 17, 18, anything above 10 will be filtered. Let me clear this. Let's go to the sales. Now in this case, see there are so many values. Here it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was easy for me to select. But just check in this case, it is with decimal numbers. If I say go here, if you want to select, say for example, I want to filter all the data which are above 5,000. Click on this, filters, say greater than or equals to 5,000. Say okay. See, only these many records are above 5,000. I want to filter all the values which are less than or equal to 100. See? So many values here. All these are actually less than or equals to 100. So like that, you can actually try to filter the data as well. Go here, click on this, you can filter. Say number filter, say between. I'll show about this between. So you're greater than, less than. So all these are actually used for selecting the values which is greater than or equal to some values or less than or equal to some values. There are some situations, say I want to filter the data from 1,000 to 5,000. This is between the ranges. Then what I'll do, I'll go here, filters, I'll select this between, say 1,000, greater than or equals to 1,000, less than or equal to 5,000. This is between. Between means between these ranges. Say okay. You can see the data what we get here will be between 1,000 to 5,000 only. So likewise, I can actually filter. Now let's go to date. Date filters. So filter. Click on this. You can see the date filters are a little different. I want to filter the date in the year 2018. So all the data what I get here is 2018. Let me click here. Now suppose in 2018, I just want only few months. Let me click here. See, I'll get month. Say in 2018, I want to filter only January. See, I'll get only January data. Right. Next, suppose in 2018, in January, I want to select, say 1, 2, 3, all these date up to this 9th. Say okay. See, again further it will be filtered. Now what I'm trying to do here is by selection, like what we did for text and numbers. But This will again not help us when you're actually trying to filter the date ranges. So what should I do? Let me clear this. Go to this date. Here I have the date filters. You can see there are so many options. So many options. You can say dates between. You can go here. You can select the date. Here we have date by now 2018. So you have to go and select this. Let me make it as 1 I'm just typing because I have to go and select, otherwise say here I'll say 31st of say 1 2008. Say okay. See, this is between. So like this also I can actually select instead of going and selecting individual. Like this also we can actually do the selections. Suppose if you think that I want to select today's date, here I don't have today's date, but you can go here, say today, tomorrow, yesterday, next week, depending on this date, it will actually filter. Okay, right. Next is we understood about the text, number, and date. We can also filter the data by colors. I'm sorry, I removed the colors. So what we'll do quickly, I'll just try to color it. Okay, I'll not take much time. Let me just color this quickly. Okay, enough. I want to filter by colors. Let me select this and I'll say filter. See here, I'll go and click on this. You can see that text filters we used to do this. Now you can see once I give the color, I'll get the color here. But keep in mind, I can filter only one color at a time. Let's say I'll filter this. See, filter by color. So green. See, like this. Similarly, suppose if you think that I want to filter by text colors, let me just randomly, I'll just give text colors quickly. I think I should have retained that previous example. Anyways, I'll not take much time. Just do it. Okay, right. So here I'll go select. I'll say filter by color. Say the blue color. So like this also we can actually do. We can also filter by conditional formatting, like what we handle conditional formatting. But once we work on this conditional formatting next chapter, then I'll tell you how we can actually filter that by conditional formatting as. So filter is very simple chapter, but what it will do is it will slice the data. I can utilize this whenever I want only some particular data. I can filter that and I can use it for my reference or analysis. Okay, fine. Here there is one formula. Yesterday I didn't want to teach you that because the formula what we're learning now is based on the filters. Okay, right. So that's why I didn't do that formula yesterday. So today we'll do it. What is that? Say I want total sales. Yesterday we did this total sales. We easily know that we can use the formula sum. I'll say equals sum of sales. This one, entire sales I'll take. Right. So I have some value here. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll apply filter data. Let me filter the data. Let's say I will take East. And if you go and check this, it is still giving me the same total. Let me filter further. Let me take this and say call. It is still the same. It is not changing. My requirement is whenever I filter the data, the total sales, whatever is there, I should get only for the filtered data, not for the entire table. What we'll do, we'll go here, I'll remove this, I'll clear this filter. I'll write the formula here. Okay, the formula is equals subtotal. Okay, remember this, it is subtotal. When I say subtotal, it lasts for which function I need to use. I need sum. I'll go here, I'll select this sum. There are some index number here, you don't have to bother to remember it. I'll select this index number. It is nothing but sum. Okay, 9 is what the index number. If you just go through that 2 or 3 times, and it will be easy for you to memorize. But what you can do is I'll say sum, it will give me 9. So what is this 9? Don't worry. If you are not able to remember, just go here, select this, use tab, automatically it will give me the number, comma. The next is selection. Same thing like what we did for sum. I'll go here, I'll select, say close the bracket, say enter. Selected the wrong column. Okay, I think it's because the number of rows are too many. Let me just take, I'll take one part of it. Okay. Let me copy this formula. All right. If you see this, let me go here. Okay, we'll filter this. Now let me filter this to central. It is giving me the data only for central. So what happens? You can see that this is for the entire table, but here you can see this is only for particular region. Now let me further filter something. Say consumer. Okay, and here let's take only one customer. You can see that. Let's go here and check. See, let's make the total here. These three values. It is 576.564 the total. If you just scroll here and see 576.564. So as and when you keep filtering, the subtotal actually will give me the total only for the filtered values. Okay, so this is about filters. See, now I'm getting the entire total. Right? So filters are actually used for slicing the data, and we can filter by text, number, date, and colors. Conditional formatting we'll see once we finish the next chapter. In that, we can filter, and keep in mind the filters will work only top to bottom. You cannot filter column wise. Okay, this is, you have to keep in mind, you cannot filter column wise. You can only filter by record wise, like that is top to bottom. Okay, fine. Let me take one break quickly. Okay. So let me ask you one question quickly. So what is the formula we use while using filters to get only the filtered values? Quickly. Just now I explained. I want you guys to answer. Yes. Quickly. I want people to answer very quickly because this is what I've just thought. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. All of you. Good. Lot of energy today also. Good people. Okay. Another 5 seconds. Guys, be attentive today because you can actually win one entire Excel course completely. Okay, so you will get that course. Okay, right. Okay, so let me take some 15 seconds now. Okay, fine, good. You guys have understood. So I know that you guys are attentive and also you guys are very interested. Okay, fine. How was this filter session? So just let me know how was this session, and then we can go with very interesting topic, that is conditional formatting. Okay, good. Tricky, Vinayak. Okay, good. Thank you, all of you. I may not be able to mention all your names, but thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Just practice, okay? This will become more easy for you. It's not tricky. First time. Okay. Suraj, don't worry. I'll send you this data. You can work on this data. Okay. Same data, I'll put it in the course itself. Okay. Very good. Very good. So sorting and filtering. Okay. I'll just give you another 5 seconds. Practice makes man perfect, not Excel perfect. Vinayak. Practice makes man perfect on any of your subjects. Okay, yes sir, we really need a recap of all these videos. So Shivani, all the videos are available in the app itself. You can go and check there. Yes, Sufyan, you require practice. Okay, so practice, you can do it, after this 5-day session. You can sit and you can practice all the videos, the data, everything will be available. You can practice that. Yes, Vinayak, this data source will be given. This data, so whatever I'm actually working, say every day, whatever I'm working, see here, I'm uploading it here. So if you see this, see chapter 2, can you see this? I've uploaded the video, then the formulas, what I taught you, then again the notepad also. Okay, and so you can download it as well and you can work on this. Day 1, day 2, it's there. So for day 3 also, I'll be adding. Today, you'll be having the quiz, which you can actually win one entire Excel course completely free. Okay. Right. So stop messaging now. Concentrate on the topic now. The topic what will be learning now is very, very interesting, very important as well. Okay. All of you stop working now. Please stop work. Sorry. Stop, messaging. Right. Let me remove all the colors now. Okay. Because what we are trying to do now is about format. Conditional formatting. First, we'll understand what is formatting, and then we'll see what is conditional formatting. Formatting means format data presented. Then what is conditional formatting? Applying condition on the formatting. Apply condition to format the data. Right. First, we'll see what is formatting. Let me just go here and we'll take this sales column. Usually, conditional formatting will be done for the number columns more. Okay, fine. Let's assume that I have sales data. I want to highlight all the values which are above 1000. So understand what I'm actually trying to do. I want to highlight the values which are above 1000. If I want to do it manually, I have to go here, search like this. Here I have this 1000 and I will select this and I'll highlight this. Again, I'll scroll. Here I have one value. Again, I'll scroll. I have 9,994, almost 10,000 records. Assume that I'm doing this manually. How much time it will take? Now, some people will say, why can't we filter this? I'll go here, data, filter, and I'll say greater than or equal to 1000. Now I got these values, select, and I'll say highlight. I did this, my task is done. But assume now I want to highlight all the values which are above 3000, not 1000. Now again, I have to go here, remove the filters, remove the colors, and then again I have to filter and then color it. You don't have to do this. Depending on my condition, I can actually highlight the values. How? Let me show you. It's a very easiest way what I can actually do. So what I'll do, I'll select all the cells which has to be formatted. I select it. Go to this home tab. Here I have this conditional formatting. Click on this. There are so many options. Whatever you see here, these are all very easy options, like what we did the filters. I want to highlight the cells. Select here. Here you can see greater than, less than, between, like what we had in our filters. For conditional formatting also will have this highlighting of the cells. Now what I have to do, say greater than or equals to, I'll click on this. The value was 1000, I'll say 1000. You can see that already it's getting highlighted here. Here I have the default ones. I'll just click on this. Any of these colors you can select. Let's say I wanted something like yellow color, green color, red color, or whatever. These are all predefined colors. Let me select this. Say yellow fill with dark yellow text. You can see that. Let me select this green. See, green, say light red, like this. Any of these you can select. I'll say okay. We can see now all the values which are, see, 1000 and above will be. Let's go here for filters and here I'll say greater than or equals to, let's say 1000. Okay, you can say all these are highlighted. Now I'll be thinking same thing we did previously also, filtering. Now what is the speciality in this? I'll tell you what is the speciality. Speciality is, now I want to modify this. I'll go to this home tab, conditional formatting. Now again, don't say highlight, because if you say highlight, there are some rules which will get applied. Instead of going here, let's go to this. It has something called as manage rule. I'll click on this manage rule. You can see that the formatting has been applied there. I'll double click on this, or I'll say edit to edit the rule. Double click here. You can see 1000. I'll make it as 3000. Say okay. If you see all the values which are greater than or equals to 3000 will be highlighted here like this. This is called as conditional formatting. One simple task what I've shown. Excuse me. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll see more other examples what we can do by using this conditional formatting. So conditional formatting, I just gave you one simple example of the highlighting of the cells. Now what we'll do, we'll see more other options. Usually I told conditional formatting will be done for the number columns. Now let's go here. I'll select the sales. I'll go to this conditional formatting. Here I have something called as new rule, clear rule, manage rules. Clear rule is actually used to clear the conditional formatting. Let me go here. I'll say clear for the selected cells. Now there is no conditional formatting applied here. Click on this. Sorry. Click on this conditional formatting. Here I have this new rule. New rule is nothing but I'm applying a rule. So what options you see here, these are all very straightforward, simple options. Directly I can go and I can highlight. But if you go to this new rule, there are so many options which you can actually do one by one. Just now we did that one highlighting of the cells. See the same thing here. I can say format only cells that contain. Here you can see between, greater than. So whatever we had the option on top, you can select here also. So what is the advantage of it? You can customize. Say like this. Say for example, I'll go here condition formatting, highlight. Let's say greater than. You can see that greater than 1000. But this time I don't want to use these colors. I'll say custom format. You see, it'll again take me to that particular where I can go here, say fill. Let me select this. If you want to change the font to bold, say I want the font to be bold and say okay. See, it's customized. Now let me go here. I'll say clear. I'll clear. I'll go here, say new rule. I'll apply new rule. Say format cells that contain. Here it says between. I'll say greater than or equals to, let's say 1000. But this time, say format. You can see that say fill. Let me just select this font. I'll make it bold. If you want to give the border, you can give the border, say okay, and say okay. See, wherever it is above 1000, the values will be highlighted like this. Now you will be thinking, what is the speciality of this? See here, I'll go here, I'll change this value. Okay, so let me just go here, I'll change this to 1000, more than 1000. See, automatically it'll get changed. Any column, any cell, if I change this more than 1000, automatically it'll get changed. That is conditional format. Right. Now let me take this profit. This is also a number card. Let me select this. I'm not interested in showing this as numbers. Let me go here, conditional formatting. I have something called as data bars. See, there are so many data bars here like this. Let me click on one of them. Gradient means we have some mixed colors, that is dark to light color. You have solid color. I'll go here, I'll click on this blue color. You can see that there is something like a chart here because we have the negative numbers. They're getting something like this. So what I'll do, let's take this for sales column. Okay. Condition formatting data bar. Let me remove this. Yeah. Thing is, the numbers are very small actually. So let's do one thing. I'll prepare one data for people very quickly. I'm just preparing one data for you guys to show that some category. Sales. Okay. So the numbers are very small to show you. So I just created one. So put some orders. I'm just formatting it so that it will be very nice to see as well. Right. Now let's say this is sales and this is profit. Okay, my table is ready. Now I want to show this as a chart. I'm selecting this conditional formatting. See data bar. Same thing. I just change the data here. See here. Can you see that? I can see some bar here like this. Let's take solid only. You can take any of this. I'll take this solid. You can see that there is something like a chart. But you can see the text is actually disturbing. So what I'll do, I'll go to this conditional formatting and I'll say manage rule. Double click. And here I have show bar only. I'll click on this, say okay. Say okay. See, this becomes something like a chart. Did the data get deleted? No. Double click, you can still see the data. The data is there, but it is hidden actually. Let me select this profit. For this also, let's give the same data bars, but this time I'll give some different colors here. Say this one. Okay. See, I have some negative values. So that also can be seen here. I don't want to see the numbers. Select condition formatting, manage rule, double click and say show bar only. Say okay. See, like this. So likewise, I can actually create some formats like this. This is conditional formatting. This is data bars. Let me copy this and I'll paste it here. And I'll remove this conditional formatting. Let's say remove. Right. Now suppose let's go here. I'll prepare one more set of data for you guys. This. Let's take city. State. This is good. Let me take this data. I'm just taking this data so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. Because that data is very huge actually. Let's say this is state and this is sales. Just profit. Now copy this one. Yes. The table is ready quickly. Now I want to categorize this, but I don't want to highlight this. What is highlight? So we saw that you're trying to highlight the values here in this data sheet. We try to highlight which are all above 1000 or 5000 or something. What we'll do, we'll go here. Let me select the sales. I'll go to this conditional formatting. Here we have something called as icon set. What is this icon set? What happens is sometimes I want to categorize the values. Okay, when I say categorize the values, say anything above 75,000, it should be green color. Anything from 25,000 to 75,000 should be orange color or should be red color, something like this. Let's say we're trying to classify this as high, medium, and low. So here we have various different icon sets here. In this, usually we use this. This is called as traffic light. If you think you want to use this one, you can use this, any of these formats. Let me show you one example and then rest all is similar to that. These are all predefined. Okay, let me click on this one. Now, if you see, automatically I'm getting these colors, the icons, but this is not what I want. What actually I want is, I want the customized values. So for that, what I'll do, go to conditional formatting. Here I'll say manage rule, double click. Here I need to modify. So what is that I need to modify? Say here, it is showing in percentage. I want this to be in number. Let me change this to number because all these are numbers. Now what I'll say, any values above 75,000, it should be green color. Any value above 25,000, it should be yellow color. Any value above, say less than 25,000, it should be red color. So I'm applying some condition now. This might be a little confusing. Like again, I'll just tell you. So these are three icons which I want to show here. I'm saying if the value is greater than or equal to 75,000, let it be green color icon. Any value from 25,000 to 75,000, let it be yellow color icon. Otherwise, it should be red color icon. Say OK and say OK. Now you can see that the icons are getting, something like this. Let me see. I have the icons like this now, depending on the values. Now you can see this. This value is less than 25,000. So it is giving me a red color icon. Let me change this to 39,000. See, it becomes yellow color. If it is above 75,000, see, it becomes green color automatically. I'm not interested in checking this number. I want only the icons. Go to this condition formatting, manage rule, double click, and here I have this show icon only. I'll click on the show icon only and say okay. Say okay. See what happens here? This actually shows that this is less than 25,000. This is between 25,000 to 75,000, and this is having highest sales, that is more than 75,000. So likewise, you can actually use this whenever I'm using the scorecard or something. This will actually help us a lot. Right now, coming to this example. So here we had the sorting and filtering. I told you when you come to this conditional formatting, I'll tell you how to use filtering and sorting. Let me select this. If you want, you can apply here also, because here the values are little, lesser. So let's not give that icons here. If you want, you can give a separate range of values there. Okay. Let's go to this data. I'll say sort. Now here I'll select sales and I'll say conditional formatting icon. When I select that, you can see that the three icons are available here. I want first green color, copy level, and I'll say yellow color, copy level, and I'll say red. Say okay. See, getting sorted like this. This is sorting based on the conditional formatting. Can I filter? Yes. Let's go to this. I'll say filter. You can see the icon and you can see filter by color. Let's say I want to filter this by yellow color. See, like this, you can actually. So this is conditional formatting. There are so many different way of conditional formatting. What you do is, let me save this. What you do is go to this and try to explore this. Otherwise, there is a course, okay, which you people can actually win today by answering that quiz. I'll be giving you some 10 questions of Excel, whatever you have learned till now. You can just answer that. It will be just tick mark questions so that you guys can actually answer that and you can win the complete Excel course, okay. Right, so this is about conditional formatting. So conditional formatting is actually easy, but what you have to do is you have to explore a lot many things here. There are so many options. Just to highlight, say I'll go here, I can highlight, say only text if you want to highlight, or if you go to this rules, there are so many rules. All these are explained in that particular videos which I'll be giving it to you as a prize. Okay, so please answer that so that you can learn in depth or in detail of all the options what I'm actually teaching. Okay, fine. Right, next, number formatting. Okay, this number formatting is a very easy chapter. You don't have to bother about this because these are all predefined. What is that? Let's go here. I will remove this filters. Okay, and let me make a copy of it so that you guys will have the data. Let me copy some data as well. Okay, let me just copy some data. Copying some date formats as well. We'll clear all this. And we'll remove this quickly. Okay, fine. Let's go to this number formatting. Right, so I have the data now. Number formatting. What is number formatting? Number formatting means trying to format the numbers accordingly. Now, if you see this sales, I want this to have single decimal or say double decimal with 1,000 subtractors. You can see that here I have this 6315, that is 4 decimals, 3 decimals. This is not uniform. Conditional formatting means you're trying to highlight the values or giving something like this. Number formatting means we're trying to format the numbers. Okay. Number formatting means formatting. Let's say, for example, now I need to have 2 decimals only. Let me select this. Some people, I'll tell you what they do is they'll directly go to this number and they'll click on this and they feel that this is fine. Don't do that. I'll tell you one shortcut key. Shortcut key, that is Control plus 1. Okay. Keep this in mind. Control plus 1 is one shortcut key. You can format anything in Excel. Let me select this. I'll say Control 1C. I'll get this number formatting here. Select this number. When I select this number, you can see I have this decimal numbers, place. See, you can increase or decrease. I'll just make it as 2 or 1, whichever you require. I'll just say 2 decimals. Here I have this 1000 separator. What 1000 separator will do? Here it will give 1 comma here. I'll say 1000 separator. So here I have the negative number. Negative number format, how do you want? Say, if you want this to be like minus or something like this, or if you want to highlight that as red color, or if you want that to be in bracket, or if you want bracket with red color, you can give something like this. Say, okay, see, I have the 1000 separator like this. Let me select this profit. We have some negative number, say control 1, go to this number. Here I'll say 1000 separator, 2 decimals. Let me make it as 1 decimal here. And I'll select this red color with the bracket for negative values. Say, okay, see, all the negative values will be shown here like this. Right, let's come to this date. You can see that the date formats are very confusing. Here, I don't know whether it is DD MMYY or MMDDYY, how it is. So what I can do, select the date format, say control 1. Here you can see it says date. If you think you can have any of these formats here, let me just select this, say okay, see, the date is changed here with the format what I need. Or sometimes what happens is I'll go to this custom. I want only day, not month or year. Remove this, go to custom, make it blank here, say DD. D is for single digit, one more D is for 2 digit. See, it will show me only the day. What if I want Sunday, Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday or something? Type one more D. See, control 1 more D, 4 characters. See, like this. Still we have date here. See, double click on this. Still we have date. So now control 1. I want month. M. M is for month. Single digit month. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 12. Control 1. One more M. That is 2 digit month. 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. One more M. I'll get 3 characters of that month. If I type one more 4M, then it will be complete name. For year, I'll say Y. You can use Y. Can I combine all these 3? Yes, you can. See, however you want. Say DD, comma, MMM, comma, Y, comma. I want the day as well. See, like this. See, let me increase this. Like this, you can. So many options actually you can do. Let me take one mobile number. 9902058793. I have one mobile number here. I want this to be in a format where I have this area code, service provider code, or something like that. You would have seen sometimes you have the brackets or something. See what I'll do. Select this, control 1. Directly I'll go to this custom. How many characters are there? There are 10 characters. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just typed 10 zeros here. But what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll put one bracket here, then one more bracket here. You can see that the number format is getting changed here like this. I'll put one hyphen, then again one bracket here, and one more bracket here. Say hyphen. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 2 more. Just put like this. Total 10. See, you can see that the number format got changed. But still, if you double click here, the number is same. Only the view is changed. This is number formatting. You can change the number however you want. The previous session, I was talking about the text function. Same thing. Say here, if I take this value, date value, if I paste this as just values, see, it is 43,049. If you want to convert this through formula, this is by formats. What I've done directly by number format equals text, and I'll select this comma. See, let me just select this format. I'm just copying this format, exact same format. Here I'll say equals text. This is the value, comma. See, same format I'm getting here also. That means one is I'll say control 1 and directly I can change here. This doesn't require any formula, but this is formula. The difference between this and this is text now. This one. This is not date, but this is date. So we are just changing the view of it. Any formats, you can just go here, control one, sorry, here control one, copy this format, and then you can use it. Yesterday we were actually using something like this, that is equals text of this, comma, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I'm getting something like this. But what did we do? We go here, say custom, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this also we can do. So this is number formatting. So number formatting means you're just trying to change the format of the number, which will actually makes us more easy to understand. Okay. It will be fixed. Okay. It will be fixed. Once you do this, it is fixed. Once you change this, it is fixed unless and until you change. Okay. If you change it, then it will get changed. Otherwise, it will be fixed here. So now, if I enter any other number, say here, I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8. See, if I make this as minus, automatically it will get changed. So it is like you're just trying to format, it will be fixed. If you change that, or if you delete that column, the format is gone. Or if you clear that data, it is gone. See, there are two ways. One is if I said just delete, it is just deleting, that's all. See, now if I type some number, it is still having that format. But if you're clearing it, okay, so clear complete content of it. Let me just clear this. See, I'm just clearing this completely. Now, if I type this m minus, see, it will not work. So make sure that you're just using delete instead of clearing it. Okay, fine. So number format is to format your numbers. Format the contents of the cell. Okay, it'll just format the contents of the cell. Right. The next one is validations. Validations are very important when you're actually trying to enter some data. Let me show you what is that. I'll just take one new sheet. Validations. Okay. Now let's say I have one template. Product. Then or we'll say customer name, and we'll say age. Then we'll say, okay, something like this. And here we'll say date. Assume that I'm trying to enter age here. What if someone enters something like this? Or someone entering something like this? I want the age to be number. Only number to be entered here. Nothing else. Apart from number, nothing should be entered. And when I'm entering number, the age should be from 0 to 100 only. Nothing else should be entered. So what should I do? So for that, we have something called as validations. Let's go here and see how to validate the cells. Let me just format this, put border. It's trying to format, go to view and remove this. Now here, I want to enter number 0 to 100 only. What I'll do, I'll select this cells and we'll go to this data. And here I have this data validation. You can see that I have this data validation. Click on this. When I click on this, you can see here I'll get some options. Usually, when I open any Excel, by default, it will be any value. Let me click here. I have so many options here. For me, I want the numbers. Here I have this whole number. I'll click on this whole number because we're trying to enter whole number. Here we have so many options like what we did for these filters. Same options will be available here. I'll say between, I want to enter the age from 0 to 100 and say okay. Now we just see, I'll type something. It will not allow. It will not allow. I'll type some number, it will not allow. I have to enter only values from 0 to 100. See, I'll say what, anything. But even if I type 101, it will not take. So this is validation. Now, when I say validate, it is validating, but it is giving me some message saying that it is invalid data. It is saying this value does not match the data validation is restricted. But it is not saying that what actually we should enter. The user is confused. So what I'll do, let me select this. Instead of just giving some default message, here we have something called as error alert. We can see that it says stop and say enter age, and here we'll say please enter age between 0 to 100. So what I gave here, this is customized message in error alert. I made the settings here, whole number 0 to 100, say error alert. I'll say okay. Now you see, please enter age between 0 to 100. I'll say retry. I have to enter here proper age. Still, if I'm not entering this proper age, it will not allow me to enter anything here. Right. Now, if you see this, the message is coming after entering, not before that. But the user should know that I have to enter proper data here. So what I'll do, go to this conditional, say data validation. Here, we have something called as input message. Let me copy this title. I'll put it in title. I'll copy this message and I'll put it here. Same message I'm using here. So what this will do, we just observe. See, now if I click my cursor here, you can see that it is giving me one message here, like this. Okay. Now if you see here, I'm getting this message. So this you can apply for any of the cells and you can use it for validations. Right. Now, here I have this date. I want to enter date. The date should be something like this. I can enter today's date or greater than today's date. I should not allow the user to enter the previous date, today's date or greater than today's date. So what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll say data validation. In settings, I'll say date. And here I'll say greater than or equals to. If I mention today's date, today is what? 13th July. If I mention this, tomorrow if I open this particular template, it still says 13th July. But I can still enter 13th July, which is previous date. I don't want like that. What I want is, say today, open bracket, close bracket. You know that yesterday we learned about this today formula. Today formula means it will give me today's date. If you open tomorrow, again this will become 14th July. Today it is 13th July. I'll say okay. If you want, you can give the message something like this or validation you can give. Now we just see, I'll enter 1st Jan 2022. It will not say 1st July 2022. It will not allow. I have to enter say 13th July 2022. It will allow. 12th July also it will not allow because I mentioned today's date like this. So this is how we can actually validate. There are so many various different validations what we can actually do. Right. Now I have this product. Now imagine that there are some product names. People might enter however they want, say with their own spellings. When I'm actually taking the report, it might not come proper. So what we'll do, let's say, let's take a list of products. Okay, let's say these are the list of products. Just copy this, put it somewhere. Okay, assume that these are the products. I should not allow people to type here, but they have to select by drop downs. What you do, select these cells, go to this data validation. Here we have something called as list. Select this list, say source, I'll select this. Just select the range, enough. Say okay. Now you see, you can see that I can go here. I can select these things. Usually what happens, say status. Okay. So let me just format. Okay. So what happens? Say sometimes in some templates, okay, would have seen completed, not completed on process. Okay. Now I want to see the status. Select here. Say data validation and say list. Select this. Say see not completed. Say on process completed. So here you can use. Suppose if I say see will not allow. I have to type proper value, then only it will accept. So this is called as data validation. Validating the cells to enter proper data. Okay, let me put it here. Validating the cells for entering valid use validations. There are so many options. Please explore this. These are all very simple. You just have to go and apply the validations. Okay, fine. Next one is PasteSpecial. PasteSpecial is actually a very, very important chapter or say important option. Many people actually ignore it, but I'll tell you what is this PasteSpecial. Okay, there are so many options. I'll just tell you a few. The rest all, it will be very easy for you to understand. Right. Let me just copy this. And I'll take it to another sheet. Now, let me we'll copy this data. Sorry, it's a huge data here actually. And let's remove this. Okay, now let me. Okay, let it be like this. Here, I want to calculate. Let's say profit percentage. Okay. Now assume that I'm doing some calculation here. Say equals profit divided by sales, and I'll copy this down. Okay, I did some calculation. Now what I'll do, I want to copy this to another cell. Okay, just observe. I will copy this with head. If I paste it here, you just see what happens. I'm getting error. Why am I getting error? Because this is a formula. When I'm copying this, you know that yesterday we learned about the references. When I copy this and if I paste it here, what happens? It will copy the formula. I can see that there is no value here. This is the relative reference. I'm not interested in the formula here. I want only the values. In these cases, what should I do? Say Control C. Go here, right click and say PasteSpecial. When I say PasteSpecial, I'll get one window like this. Here, I want to paste only the values. Okay, see, only the values have been pasted here, not the formula. So PasteSpecial is actually used to copy and paste. Copy is Control C, but when I'm pasting it, I'll be pasting in various different ways. Say, for example, if you see this, the date is not in a proper format. Either I have to go here, Control 1 and say date, and I have to change the format. If I already have some format, say for example, I already have some format here. Control C. Just say Control C. I'll go here, select the cell which I need to format, right click, paste special. Here, I'll click on formats, not values. If I say values, only the values will be pasted. I'm not interested in format. Sorry, the values. I'm interested in formats. Selected this format. Say OK. See, the format is pasted. Let me reduce this. You can see that I'm not able to see the data. Let me go back to this. Again, I'll say Control C. You can see that it's copied. Here, what I'll do, right click, paste special. I'll say column width. Even the column width will be pasted. Now only the column width will be pasted. I'll say okay. See, exact column width of this will be pasted. Any format. See, here I have this format with this red color. I'll just copy this. Go here. I'll select these cells, right click, paste special, and say format. Say okay. See, if you want to paste the column width, right click, paste special, column width, say okay. See, you'll get adjusted. Any cells. See, I'll go here. I want to copy this. Paste special. Select. Right click. Say paste special. I'll say column width. Say okay. Sorry. Paste special. Format. Okay. See. Like this as well. Alt E S is the shortcut key. Alt plus E plus S. I'll mention here. Paste. Various. Shortcut key is Alt plus E plus S. Okay, so likewise. Assume that I have, let me just format the heading as well. Copy this, select all this. I think I want to change this to percentage. Let's change this to percentage. Oh, yeah. See. Okay. Now I want this to be pasted in transposed way. That is, all these should come in rows and they should come on columns. Copy this. And then select cell, paste special. Here I have something called as transpose. Click on this. See, the data will be pasted in column wise like this. Just select. We'll change this date format because the date format it's too big. Okay, like this. So you can transpose the data like this so that the data which is column wise can be pasted as row wise, or row wise can be pasted as column wise. Okay, so likewise you can use this paste special. So paste special is actually used to paste the values however you want. So what you do is just say copy and Alt ES. I've mentioned there any of these formats you can do. Okay, so this is what we have for today. Okay, I think we have learned lot many things. Just save this. I'll be sharing this data with you now. Before I unmute all of you, I want you guys to tell me how was the entire session. I want you guys to take a few seconds and I'll take the questions. Okay, Vinayak, Sufyan, I'll take your questions. I want all of you to tell me how this session was. Okay. Good. So people, after the session, I'll be uploading the quiz. You guys can take that quiz. Okay. And people who are getting very good marks, for sure, you'll get a complete Excel course as a prize. And the names also will be announced in our social media portal as well. Okay. So thank you so much, people. Right. And people, I have seen very less people, given the feedback. So I want people to encourage us. So go to this course. Okay. So please, thank you for those who gave the ratings. Okay. So please, this will actually encourage us. So go here and please give the ratings here. Okay. And so thank you so much. There are some people who actually gave the ratings. You just have to go scroll down to that particular course. You'll get this reviews. So please give us the reviews. See, we are taking so much of time for you guys and we are delivering so much, knowledge. So at least take some few seconds. I'm not telling you to write paragraphs there. At least, some message which will actually help us in getting more encouragement for giving you more and more contents like this. Okay, this is just the beginning of giving you this Excel course. We have plans of Power BI. Still there are so many different courses. For sure we'll give it for free for college students and for freshers for getting more knowledge on this analytics and reporting. But we need encouragement from you guys. So if you guys encourage, so it will be like very much, we'll feel that you guys are interested and we can teach you guys. Otherwise, what happens that we are just telling you something. Yes, Vinayak, it is upgraded version of Excel, and still you have a lot many things. We have that plan also. In few days, we'll start this Power BI as well for college students, completely free. Word and PowerPoint, we will plan, Sufyan. Okay, so I'll come back to this, the question sessions. But people, please, at least today, you give us some reviews. This will help us a lot. Okay, right. Yeah, very sorry. I'm actually not well. My throat is not good, but still I'm trying to, I don't want to stop this session. So I'm just trying myself to teach you guys. Okay. And thank you so much for encouraging us. Fine. So please, people, I want to see more and more ratings, people rating us. Okay. And that will really help us, really encourage us. Okay. Fine. And people, as I promised you, quiz will be there after the session. I'll be uploading the quiz. You answer that quiz, okay, and win that particular course, the entire course. No charges, nothing, no commercial. It is completely free for you guys. But make sure that you'll answer it properly. It's a very simple questions like what we have done with our training still now. Okay, fine. Right now, I'll unmute all of you. If you guys have any questions, please ask me. I will surely answer you guys. Okay, I'll just okay. Right, there were few questions. I'll just answer that. One was from Sufyan, how to protect the sheet. Okay, people, tomorrow I'll be explaining about these things, and don't miss tomorrow's session. Tomorrow's session will be completely on pivot table, then tables, creating dashboards, slicers, something very much new, something very much you guys will be working on creating the dashboards. And again, about the charts, interesting charts I'll be showing you people how to work on. So even the professionals also will not be knowing that. So Vinayak, for data analytics, there are so many softwares what you have to learn. Not just Excel is enough, but Excel is one part of data analytics. Okay, Power BI is required, and even database, that is SQL Server, MS Access, MySQL. So these things are also required. To start with Excel. Okay. All right. So Sufyan, so tomorrow I'll tell you how to protect the sheet. Okay, there was one more question. I just missed it. Let me just scroll up and see. There was one question, I think. Sorry, I just missed that question. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will explain. So there was one question actually before Sufyan, someone asked. I actually missed it. Just checking. If not, then okay. So Vinayak, yeah. So it is every time we need to change the format or it will be fixed. Okay, so it is depending on you. If you fix it, it will be fixed. Otherwise, if you want to change, you can change it. Okay. Okay. So when we filter, we can't filter all the rows together. When we filter, we can't filter all the rows, complete rows. I didn't understand, Monisha, your question. Bye, Amoga. Bye, Amog. Take care. Can we get training on how to prepare macros? Sure, we'll plan that. Okay, Prabhu. So we need some time. Okay, to arrange one class like this, we need some time. For sure, there are so many different courses for college students. We are surely giving this. We'll do that. Okay, don't worry. We will arrange for macro class as well. Yeah, Monisha, sorry, I was little confused about your question. Actually, when we filter, we cannot filter all the rows together.
It's a
So what is that? Can you please explain properly?
you have said the column, student, and all the names, column names, rows, and answer.
Mhm.
We can't filter both column and the
No,
row
no, no. We
gap
cannot do
from
that.
to
Only
bottom,
one at a time.
one at a time.
One at a time. And you cannot filter columns. You can filter only records, not columns. But you can sort columns and rows.
Correct. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Right. So people take care, all of you. See you guys tomorrow. But the quiz will be uploaded in a few minutes. Okay. So if you are able to answer now, you answer it. Otherwise, you can answer tomorrow also. No worries. Till tomorrow evening, you'll have time. Okay. Take your time and you can answer it. Okay. But please, a request, give us the reviews, which will really help us, which will really encourage us. Okay. Take care, all of you. Bye. Have a great evening. Good night. Take care. See you guys tomorrow.